Before you get the jet or the yacht, you have to accept the risk.
I told you.
The worry.
This is absolutely devastating.
And the dirty work that comes with flipping. I was so broke when I got started, I actually lived in my mom's garage. But I took the gamble. And now I've put it on the line over 500 times to build a better life for my family. So new beginnings, our new home at the beach. Cheers, everybody.
Yay.
Now I'm out to help novice flippers who are ready to bet on themselves. This is like the highest risk flip I've ever been involved in. Together, we'll take the worst of the worst and fight like hell to make a mountain of money, turning them into the best on the block. This should be closed off.
How do you figure that out?
Experience. That's why I'm here. A flipper is always looking for the worst house on the block, and rookie flippers Claudia and Edwin, they didn't have to look far. They just bought a hoarder house right next door to their own house. If they do a good job flipping it, not only can they make a ton of money, but they can also raise their own property value, making the stakes twice as high. Oh my gosh, what is this? So we got a freeway. Like, it's loud. Not only is this house trashed, but it's right next to the freeway, and for most buyers, that's a huge negative. The two of them are gonna have to knock the design out of the park if they really want to make a profit. You guys really do live next door.
Hey.
Like right next door.
Yeah, right next door.
Nice to meet you. So you guys just bought the house.
Yes.
All right, what did you guys pay for the house?
400,000. It's currently a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. It's a little bit over 1,000 square feet, close to 6,000 square foot lot.
Isn't it beautiful?
For me, this is like my favorite house to buy. I love big, nasty projects.
It's been like this for almost 2 years.
Oh, it's been like this for 2 years.
Yes, 2 years.
The house caught on fire, and once we saw that our neighbors had kind of abandoned the house, I told Edwin, I want the house next door.
How many houses have you flipped?
We have like 4 or 5 at the moment.
But nothing like this.
So is this safe to say this is going to be the biggest project?
Biggest so far.
Yes.
Okay, so question. I'm not seeing any burn damage or
Oh.
fire
The
damage.
garage. The garage was right next to
Was.
our garage, and then obviously got part of the house here.
So are you guys planning on building a new garage?
Building the garage or doing an ADU. I mean, that's something that's popping up in the neighborhood.
And obviously we want to get top dollar because, you know, right after we're done doing this flip, we want to get top dollar for our home.
Oh, you guys are planning on selling your house next?
We need to move, we need space. So there's 7 of us living in that home.
So do you have a 9-bedroom, 3-bathroom next door? Because the house doesn't look that big. How many bedrooms and baths though, really?
That was a 3-bedroom, 1 bath.
I knew this flip would affect their own home's property value, but I didn't know they were planning on listing both at the same time. There's a lot at stake here and a mountain of pressure to get this right. All right, let's see this thing. I'm excited.
right,
Is it
here
a
we
stinky
go.
house?
Yeah.
Not a stinky house, but it's not a clean house either.
I think we have a lot of work to do. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's the fire damage.
Yes,
That's exactly where
that's
the
exactly.
fire damage happened from the garage, yeah.
Yes.
So this house is really beat up. Look at this.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much do you think it's gonna cost to fix it up?
95,000.
Okay, and then we got the kitchen back here.
Yes.
Hey, it's bigger than I thought. That's actually a really good sized kitchen.
Yeah. What we were thinking, possibly tearing down this wall all the way down and doing an island.
Okay, so you're thinking about maybe opening up this wall so from the front door you can see the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Who's doing the work?
We have a contractor that's basically looking at this, and we'll do the work.
So you guys are gonna pull permits on the house?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so everything's out to a good start.
Yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
so maybe open up this wall, maybe open up this wall, just depends on the cost. It's just this is a giant beam to be sitting so low.
Yeah.
It's odd to me that they built the house like that. It almost feels like this was an addition.
You're actually right. So our house next door has been in our family for about 40 years. You know, I've seen the kitchen into 4 different styles.
Okay, so like 40 years, you've seen the house get
Right.
bigger, get smaller, burn
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Now you own it.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So whenever they did this addition, they did this a little bit funky, but man, the original house was really, really small then,
It
huh?
really was.
So we have bedroom number 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like for a 1,000 square foot house, I mean, this is a good sized bedroom.
Yes, it is.
So you have closet there, closet here.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think about removing one of the closets?
And doing what with it?
I'm not quite sure. I just realized that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you pointed out, there's 2 closets. Like, I didn't think about that.
Let's look at the house and we'll come up with some layout ideas, because a lot of times you make more money by doing less work because of time, speed, carrying costs. There's a lot of factors that go into the flip. Another great sized bedroom.
Yeah. We're good here.
Yeah.
So this is
a full-size restroom.
the size is decent. You have custom door. What do you guys think it's gonna cost to fix this bathroom up?
We're looking around 4,500, 6,000.
For me, this would probably cost me 8,000 to 9,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Edwin seems to be guessing a little on those numbers. I don't know if he just hasn't talked to the contractor yet or he's not keeping track of the details. Either way, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on their budget. All right, so then we have
the primary bedroom.
Oh, yeah, and then we got the bathroom.
So the primary has its own restroom.
Well,
Yes.
kind of. I think it was a closet before.
Oh, it was a closet before.
So it's a closet bathroom.
You know what? I'm thinking 86 this bathroom, turn it into a closet, make the front bedroom the primary. So if we were able to build this wall out this way, and now we have a huge bathroom, and even if the wall was built out 2 feet, we still have a big bedroom.
Yeah. No, that's a great idea.
All
There
right,
you go.
That's
awesome.
right here.
All right.
That's why you're here.
All right, you're listening so far. You guys paid $400,000 for the house,
Right.
$95,000 on the remodel, and then you guys have a loan on the property.
3,000 a month.
Start to finish, construction, listing, finding a buyer, closing escrow, selling the house. How long do you think that's gonna take?
About 3 to 4 months.
4 months. So our total carrying costs are gonna be $12,000. When it comes to real estate commissions, when you sell the house, how much are you guys gonna be paying for that?
He's a real estate agent, so.
Oh, so you're gonna sell it yourself?
Yeah.
Yes.
So no listing side commission?
No.
So you're probably looking at about $22,000 in closing costs. That puts us at $529,000. And what's the resale price?
630,000.
If all the math works, you guys stand to make a profit of $101,000.
That to me is a home run.
This isn't a huge house, but it does have some big issues. Edwin and Claudia have a lot to tackle here, and I can already tell that they're not on top of the details. And it's the details that can cost you money. Once this place gets cleaned out and demoed, we're gonna know what we're working with.
So I was thinking of painting this
Hey, guys.
red.
Hey, Tarek.
Hey, Tarek.
How you doing?
Didn't you say we were gonna move fast?
Wow, you know,
Well-
it looks more full because a lot of the stuff came out now,
Yeah.
finally.
Yes.
Okay, so the inside is gonna look a lot cleaner than the outside.
Yes.
Check it out.
Oh, wow, you guys have been working.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that it's kind of open,
Yeah.
I think you walk through the front door and you just have a beautiful view. The house feels
Yes.
so much bigger.
Yes. I was trying to demo a couple right here, and it turned out this was the original house. So this is cement.
So
But
it's-
that's a surprise, but I mean, obviously it can still get taken down.
This is exterior wall.
Right.
Yes.
This was the exterior wall. So this is like 100% the addition, right?
Yes.
And have you guys verified the actual permits?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You always want to make sure that additions done by previous owners are permitted. If they aren't, getting the spaces approved by the city can cost you a lot of extra time and money. So I'm glad to hear that Edwin's on top of this one.
We get to see more of the burned areas.
Man, this is
Yes.
just a war zone in here.
Yeah.
The fire's all the way up into the ceiling. It's in the 2x4, it's in the studs. I mean, I've never dealt with this before.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know how bad it is.
Right.
I don't know if they can repair it or if they're gonna say you need to tear down the addition and rebuild it.
That was not in our budget.
All right, so if it was my house, I'd look into this really, really quick, because if you have to tear this thing down and rebuild it, it's gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
If this was my flip, I would have figured out the problems from the fire damage on the first day. The cost of those repairs could affect the amount of money they can spend on the other projects in the house. I'm loving the flow of the house. Yeah, if you guys open this up, you run a nice countertop here. It's just a gorgeous view to the entire house.
What do you think
Yes.
about putting an island?
Where would you want to put an island?
Somewhere, I mean, just around this position here, right? And then just facing the living room and part of the dining room.
Or are you talking like an angled island?
Yeah, why not? That's great. That's a great idea. What do you think?
I was thinking more of like the L, just to keep more of the the counter space on the bottom, and then we could do like the breakfast nook on the outside where you can sneak in.
Yeah. So in my mind right now, I can imagine all the cabinets and everything's in. If you did a stackable here, and then you did a pantry here, and then you have a countertop running, and it dies right here, and then we have some bar seating right here.
Yes.
So you're talking about bringing it down and then returning this way too? Let's see. All right, well, if it was me, I would probably bring the kitchen out a little bit more, not to impede the slider, because if you're removing all this, this is all open, right?
Right.
I would just come across with a straight countertop.
Okay. So no island.
I like the idea, but having an angled island walk into a kitchen, it feels a little old school to me.
Okay.
It really will make the space feel really, really tight. Because the room is laid up in squares or rectangles, right? And then we're gonna pop in an angle island that's taking up a lot of walking space.
Okay.
I feel like it would be a lot more modern if we just went with the normal, just straight countertop. And for me, I would just run it this way. I wouldn't jog it back that way.
Okay. And not everybody listens to you, right?
Yeah, I'd say about 5% listen to me.
No, but I just think it'll look cleaner, sleek. I think that's perfect.
You can actually see the house now. Look at that.
Hey, look, right?
Hey!
I had no idea how big the property was. Like, this driveway is huge, and that's where the garage used to be, right?
Correct.
So we're contemplating about maybe doing a garage. We even thought about an ADU. We're not quite sure yet.
Financially, I hate saying this, but I think it makes more sense not to build an ADU. It's gonna take a ton of time, and it's gonna take a ton of money, and by the time you add up all those costs, I don't think you're gonna sell it for enough money to make a profit.
I even floated the idea before the garage and the ADU, just doing a carport.
But we figured all the houses around here have garages.
Right, right. So have you priced out to build a garage?
Like 30, 35,000.
Okay, so here's what I need you guys to do.
Right.
Run all the comps and find out if there's anything that has sold without a garage, and let's see what it sells for versus if it had a garage.
Okay, we can do that.
So what are you guys planning on doing back here then?
I mean, we have a lot of uneven concrete. So, you know, my idea was to pave the whole concrete off flat, fresh.
It looks to be in decent shape, this area, right? So all this can be cleaned up and pressure washed.
Right.
Yes.
From here over, I'd probably get rid of this concrete, put in a strip of grass, and then this tree down here is really messing up the concrete. So maybe we just remove the concrete around the tree, keep the tree there.
And it also gives good avocados.
Guess what? Avocados? Okay, good. Avocados are good. And other than that, yeah, I would just paint up the block wall, fill in the planters, call it a day. As a flipper, you really need to consider the pros and cons of a property before you decide on the landscaping. With the freeway right next to this house, people aren't buying this place for the backyard, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to throw a ton of money at it. You should really spend the money inside the house because that's where people are gonna appreciate it. Is there anything else before I leave?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, I mean, here's the thing, we're not on the same page. What do you think about removing that
The rock.
the stucco rock situation? I mean,
You're telling
she
me you're
wants to
thinking,
paint
wait, hold
over-
on. You're telling me you're thinking about keeping it?
She wants to keep it. I want to remove it.
I was thinking of painting the rocks.
They're just so ugly.
Yeah.
We have to remove that.
See?
I mean, you're gonna have a lot of stucco work on this house, and
Right.
here's something to consider.
Right.
Instead of patching stucco and repainting the house, maybe we just re-stucco the house with a color match stucco. So then you don't have to paint it. So it's brand new stucco and it's a color match stucco. Have you done that before?
No, I haven't. No.
All it is just be brand new stucco, but it's already colored. So you can do gray stucco, white stucco, brown stucco.
Oh,
but
nice.
see, I mean, all this peeling,
Yeah.
like the house needs to be restuccoed.
Right.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
You got all this, and then they're gonna have to demo this out, they're gonna have to demo that out, and they're gonna have to restucco it anyways.
All
Tarek.
right, fine.
Team Tarek, we got it.
I guess
We made it
we'll
happen.
remove the rocks.
Now I can sleep at night.
Hey, what's up, Edwin?
Tarek, my man, how you doing?
Oh, just shopping for sinks. What are you doing?
Well, we're at the project, and
We got some bad news.
Apparently, as we were working on this, I was gonna go to the city and get the permits, but
The neighbors decided to, call the city on us, and
they put a hold on all the work.
you guys were doing the work without the permits.
Well, we weren't gonna do it without the permits. They just beat us to the punch.
The neighbor noticed, they called the city, and they shut you down.
Yes.
Well, believe it or not, that's exactly what happens when you work on houses without the permits.
I get it now. Now we're here, on a hold, waiting for the city.
We're at their mercy at this point. Here's another thing that I kind of didn't want to tell you.
We're gonna have to tell you now.
Remember the part that got burned on the house? Did he let you know that it's actually not permitted after he told you that it was?
I was going to let him know, Are you telling me that addition that caught on fire is not permitted?
Yeah. Where we're standing at right now, we found out that the
Previous owner previous owner had built this on his own, and
it's not permitted. So from what I understand, the city's gonna ask us to demo this whole thing.
So are you talking about like half the house, like the full-on living room off the kitchen?
Yes, that part.
Your square footage is your value, and if you're taking away square footage, you're gonna lose money.
Yeah. Mr. Edwin said that he had done, his homework.
This is like a very valuable lesson. So in the future, you cannot buy a house without verifying permits.
that's true.
Like you just can't. Because, okay, so let me ask you this, and you should know the answer. How much is the value gonna change because the house is smaller?
It should be, we're thinking maybe 25, 30,000 less, maybe 50,000 less.
Did you run the comps? Did you look?
Yeah, I did the comps, but the market's strong.
All right, it's not my money, Edwin, it's your money, but if it was my money, I'd want to keep it.
Thank you, Tarek, for bringing light on that, because, I think I just gibber and jatter, and Edwin doesn't listen.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys.
I'll see you in a few days.
All right.
All right. Bye. I thought that Edwin's problem was just the details, but he's also not communicating. Claudia's counting on him to handle the business side of things while she handles the design, and this mistake, it's gonna cost them tens of thousands of dollars. All they can do now is make smart choices to maximize the sales price and keep things moving where they can. So have we made any progress, or are we still shut down?
We're still shut down, but we're almost there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we shopping for today?
Flooring, backsplash.
Kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen.
Yes, kitchen.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is nice. This flooring, this color especially, is super, super popular right now. So I think this is a great choice. If I'm just looking at the countertops, I mean, they're all beautiful. My least favorite would be this one.
Okay.
Okay, it might be a little bit too busy. So my two favorites are right here. This look right here is very, very, very popular right now.
Okay.
The reason I like this one, where normally I wouldn't say that, is because it actually matches the floor pretty darn well.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can go wrong with either of these two. So are you thinking this for backsplash, or are you thinking this over here for backsplash?
I don't know why Edwin brought this.
Oh, okay, that's Edwin's choice.
I don't know.
So I chose these two, and she chose these right here on that side.
All right, so who normally takes the lead on design?
She does.
Okay.
I let Edwin, but he kind of overshops.
He overshops or overspends?
Both.
Little bit of both, over rehab, over remodel. I get too.
We'll keep him out of the shopping then. One of the most important things in a flip is having the partners with clearly defined roles. If each person weighs in on every single decision, you're gonna slow down. And with the delays that these two already have with the city, they're gonna have to make everything else move as fast as possible. Okay, so let's go with, we'll go with this flooring, this countertop, and then this is neat. I really like this one. Yeah, that's gonna look really nice. You see how the countertop's gonna hit the backsplash and it's gonna run up the wall?
Yes.
Do we know if it's in stock?
No.
We haven't asked.
Okay, so we gotta make sure we always check to make sure it's in stock because we can't wait 2 or 3 weeks. So let's go figure that out.
Great news after what, 3 months? We're ready to go. Just getting that news that we finally got our plans approved. We're just happy now, relieved, and just hope that we're gonna turn this ugly duckling into a swan.
Okay, so I have a lot of questions today.
Say the
Oh
least.
my gosh.
Yeah.
This looks different. Wow.
Yes, it does. The city deemed it not up to code and made us demo the whole thing.
This was pretty important living space
Right,
because
right.
the house felt twice as big.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's our plan now? What are
Well-
we doing?
Rebuilding it. We're gonna raise the foundation and take it out just the way it was prior to.
Right, and do it
Oh,
the
you
right
guys,
way.
you guys are gonna do an addition.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, we built it back up, so we're gonna gain that square footage back out, you know,
Correct.
again, and there's gonna be a sliding door towards that side.
How much is it costing you just to do this little addition right here? Because this isn't cheap to do.
25,000?
That's not so bad. If you
Yeah.
can get it done for that, that's pretty good.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
How much longer do we got?
We got like 2 months.
I'll be surprised and impressed if they get it done in 2 months.
Right.
I'm thinking you're probably closer to 3.5, 4 months.
It's like gut wrenching,
Yeah.
you know, because other projects out of sight, out of mind, but here it's like you look next door and it's right there.
You can't
so
escape it.
You can't.
No, get out of the house and you look and you're just like, really? What could I have done with all that holding cost that is still there?
And there I
So-
go, making the payment every month.
I don't think they really understand the huge bullet they dodged. If the real estate market wasn't the hottest it's ever been, they'd be losing a ton of money right now. I'm just glad that they're finally moving forward.
Originally, I had different plans there. We had different plans as far as what we wanted to do here. You notice there was 2 closets. So I figured, you know what? Why not add a main bathroom? We're expanding that section further out, and we're gonna have a shower with your toilet and sink and everything
Perfect.
else. While we were having our closet here.
Okay, that's a huge one. How much is that bathroom costing you?
Roughly 35, 4,500, around there.
How so cheap? Are you sure? With the
Yeah,
contractor?
well, you know, it's hard for me
does,
to...
does it include water and
I gotta
toilets?
look at my line item. I gotta look at my line item invoices to find out how much it is.
I can't believe that after all this time, Edwin still isn't paying attention to the details. If he doesn't step up his game, they're just never gonna succeed in the flipping business.
Now I'm gonna look through the whole quote myself.
No, I think you should actually, because he's making me nervous.
I know.
His numbers are-
I'm getting very nervous now.
His numbers aren't off by like 5%. They're off by like 50%.
I'm very busy with the business and everything else we got going on, so you know it's hard for me to look at this stuff.
I don't know about your timelines, and I don't know about
there
your
you go again.
numbers. I don't know about your budget. Yeah,
I just want to get our new home. That's how we want. We're in and out.
I get
so.
it, but I care
know.
about the money because I work just as hard as
Right,
you do.
right.
So
Okay.
when we get back to the office, can you send me
Yeah.
over that spreadsheet?
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
all right.
I'm just excited that we're going, right?
Oh,
Let's focus
yeah.
on the good things.
All right, am I gonna be impressed right now?
We don't know.
Guys.
I know. The city had some inspections that were delayed and rescheduled, things like that. So
Okay, so it does look different since I was here last time.
Yes.
Okay, last time I was here, there was no back of the house.
Correct.
So now we have the addition done.
yeah,
Yes.
legally now.
Legally now, the
Yeah.
addition's done. This
Yeah.
looks great, by the way. It's
Yeah.
completely opened up now. Kitchen here,
Right.
nice view to the entry. I like the slider right
Correct.
there. But I look up and I see the sky, so.
I know. Well,
what's
the good-
going on there?
The good thing is it's completely almost finished as far as them putting in the AC unit and the heating unit.
It's stressful. It's
I
definitely
mean,
stressful.
yeah, it should be stressful.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like you guys are 3 weeks into a project.
Yeah, I know.
So realistically, from today, this point right now, we have flooring, we have paint, we have cabinets, we have tile, we still have some electric, we still have plumbing. I mean, we have a lot of work to do.
Yes, we do.
So realistically, how much time?
We got 21 days.
So you think you can get all this done in
I
20?
think we're gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it on top of them as far as getting this stuff done.
If this was my house and I was running this project and I was trying to get it done in 21 days, it would be tough.
Okay.
For me,
All right.
it would be tough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work to do. So do you have all the permits now?
Yes, everything's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And listen, we still have to finish the house.
Yes.
We have to list the
List the
house.
house.
We have to find a buyer for the house.
Correct.
We have to put that buyer into escrow for the house. We have to
Right.
pass inspections and appraisal.
Yes.
Hope they don't cancel and then close escrow.
I
Yeah.
know.
So we're still months out.
Yes, we are.
By the time you guys are done with this house, it's gonna take at least twice as long as you thought.
Oh,
Yes.
that's definitely.
You guys said the budget was about 95,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Where are we at now?
We're at 122.
You spent 122, or when it's done, you will spend 122?
No, when it's done, we'll spend 122.
So it could go even higher.
possibly.
The reason I'm bringing this up is because I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes again. Right. I mean, what was the lesson? Pull the permits.
Pull the permits,
Right away.
don't wait. Let's just do it now versus later, and it's gonna cost us more later.
If you get behind at the beginning of a project, it's really difficult to get back on schedule. That's a painful lesson to learn, but trust me, once you've learned it, you're probably not gonna make the same mistake again. Okay, so this is gonna be the primary bedroom with the private bathroom.
Correct.
So, who did the designing today?
Well, wasn't I in charge of that?
Yeah, you were.
Right? So, Edwin, you're not allowed to speak until we're done, okay?
All right, go for it.
Oh,
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be
so
difficult.
everyone has an opinion. All right, I gotta see this.
I thought this for flooring. And to give it a little character, I thought this for the shower pan. I was thinking something like this for
the shower walls.
Yes.
I like that. For a second, I was thinking, oh, it's too dark. This saves it. I like the white tile for the walls and then the darker tile for the floors.
I have something a little bit lighter.
I like that one. But then if we go with the gray tile, the black shower pan doesn't really work.
Found another samples that I had picked up for the shower pan.
Ooh. I think this for the shower pan, this for the bathroom floor, and this for the shower walls. It's gonna make the space feel bigger, it's gonna be easy to install, and I think it's super neutral.
All right.
Are you happy?
Hey, I kept my promise.
He kept his mouth shut, he did.
I know, he
didn't
did.
say one
I was
word.
struggling. I'm like, ah.
You better listen at this point. We don't have time to be talking about this anymore.
just gotta
chop,
go.
chop, chop.
Now that we're moving again on our flip, we're starting to look at another bigger home for our family. So a buddy of mine has found a flip in the city of Whittier, and I've convinced my wife to make an offer on it.
Now that we're in escrow for over $1 million, it's making me really nervous because that's 3 mortgage payments at the same time. Like, we need to hurry up and we need to sell this flip.
Well, this is a surprise.
Yeah.
We got a carport.
We do. We have a carport.
One question, how much did it cost?
This one here particularly cost $20,000.
You guys spent a lot of money. I wish you would have talked to me about it. We have the lowest rates in the history of real estate. We have less homes for sale than the history of real estate. So in today's market, not having a carport won't cause your house not to sell.
Right.
A few years ago, the house wouldn't sell, and I would say, put in a carport.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's true.
So
Oh, my
you got to
Lord.
run your business based on the market. I don't know how much of that money you're gonna get back. I really don't. So when are you selling your house?
Hopefully soon.
Are you planning on putting both on the market at the same time?
I mean, that's something that, we really want to have that conversation with you because we do have to put both properties on the market. How do you think one's going to affect the other?
Real estate is all about supply and demand, right? 2 houses more than 1 house, which means what? It means increase of supply, which means it gives buyers options.
Right.
If it were me, I'd stagger them. I would
Yes.
list one of the houses first, maximize the price on that, and once you get that locked up and the market tells you what it's doing, then list the second one shortly after.
I just hope that both properties are in escrow in 7 weeks.
Look at the house real quick.
Yeah. I see it.
I don't think
can
we're
see
gonna
it.
be in escrow with the buyer in 7 weeks.
I want us to walk away from both properties, excited and not look back and be like, damn, we should have done this sooner. We should have done it faster. The time is ticking.
So one thing I do like that you guys did, you guys put seed down in the front yard, so now we have grass going while the house is being finished. And then you're taking down the fence, right?
Yes.
Right,
Yes,
we're gonna take down the fence and put a nice horizontal wood fencing.
Okay, so you want to fence the property in.
Edwin has this fence that he's been eyeing, so he wants to try it out on this property.
Got it. But how much is it?
The ones with the metal posts, I'm getting quotes of $6,000.
No.
Ones without the metal posts, $2,500 for that.
All right, so here's my opinion. I'd save the money and I wouldn't do the fence.
At all?
No, I mean, it's good. The house will look nicer. It will
Yes.
look nicer. I don't think you need to spend the money. And the reason I'm bringing up save money on the fence is because of this. What are you guys gonna do with this landing area right here?
That's my biggest question to you was what should we do about this
Yes.
part, patio?
Should we keep the stone and pressure wash it really nice, or should we
Redo
demo it all and just paint the concrete?
I like the slate, but this is so damaged. Buyers are gonna drive up, they're gonna see this big yard, they're gonna see this huge driveway, they're gonna see this brand new house. Curb appeal is so important, so I'd say retile.
Retile.
It's not a lot of square footage, so it shouldn't be outrageously priced.
How's our plan?
That's our
Okay, cool. I think it's
Great.
great. It is starting to look like a house. Claudia and Edwin are making progress, but not nearly as much as they should be. They're headed into the 9th month of this flip, and they don't even have a kitchen. So I need to figure out why they're still not finished. I've started dozens of houses since we started this house, and I've finished dozens of houses, and I've started dozens of more houses, and we're still here.
Right.
Correct.
Looking around the house, we still have like a million things to do. So what's been happening? Like, I'm really curious.
What happened was there was a post that the city wanted us to put right in the middle where the peninsula was going to be at. At some point, a contractor said, hey, you know what? We found a way to kind of get this way to eliminate it, right? The right way, the legal way. And we said, let's do it, let's go for it.
Okay.
Along the way, we forgot about the paperwork. So there was another miscommunication where the architect, they assumed that this part, I would have to take the revised plans personally and take it to the city. And I thought they would do the parts. So it was sitting in my inbox, these revised plans, for a week and a half. So miscommunication, when I found that out, I submitted to the city as soon as possible. We should hear back by the end of this week on this approval from the city.
I need you two to grab the bull by the horns, make it happen. It's your money on the line.
Right.
It's your kid's future, it's your future, and this is serious stuff.
I had no idea about this revision on this post and that we had to get this to the city.
Okay, so you've just been on the dark with everything.
I gotta, let her know, but she's always busy with what she's doing. And I think, even I've let her know. I mean, I'm still doing it on my own at the moment.
So do you really feel like you're doing this project on your own?
There's at times what I feel like that,
Yeah, well, that's because you don't communicate your concerns.
I can communicate those concerns, but I still end up doing the work.
You know what I think? I think you guys are a good team.
Yeah.
I do. I think you guys are a good team, and if you guys actually work together and you communicated, you'd get this done way faster, you'd be way more successful, and you'd be way happier. You guys need to block 1 hour, no distractions, every day to go over the details.
I agree, yeah.
It's these tiny mistakes can cost big.
Right.
So we can't make the mistakes.
Right.
Tarek is right about the mistakes. They're really costing us. We're paying 3 mortgages. We cannot afford any more mistakes. Edwin and I, we just need to hurry up and finish this project and get out.
This is nice.
Yeah.
Is this a new bathtub?
Yes, it is.
Is it me or is the bathtub off-white? Because you got a white and dark theme going, and we have an almond-colored bathtub.
Right.
I show up one day and this off-white tub was already there. I don't know how I got there. I don't know why the GC decided to do this without me even looking at this or deciding, but the tile was already there. And I figured we already wasted some time. We're behind on schedule. Let's just leave it on there. And I'm just hoping that, the buyers don't even notice it.
How's our other bathroom looking? Oh, that came out great. I like that. I do like that tile.
Nice.
All right, so the question is, can you take a shower in here?
Well, you're in there.
It's a shower, right? I can turn around, I can spin, I can wash. So we don't have the biggest bathroom in the world.
Right.
Correct.
But we have a private bathroom.
Wasn't here before, so made the best of it.
Yeah, so I think it's great. It's gonna increase the value and the design looks great.
I'm happy.
Okay.
Communication between Edwin and I has gotten a lot better, I must say.
So if there's been miscommunication, it has started from the beginning, but now it's much better and we're back on track.
Check out the toilet, everything else coming along.
Nice.
Yep.
It's definitely better when we both are fully involved.
So we're moving very fast the last few weeks, so it's a huge weight off of our shoulders.
Yeah, most definitely.
Looking around, it looks like we're almost at the finish line.
Right.
We met at this house 10 months ago.
Wow.
And I think you guys told me it was gonna take 4 months.
Oh, that was Edwin's expectation.
Yeah, it's all right. But we're at the finish line now, so I gotta ask you too, how you feeling?
Relieved, and I can't wait for this to be out of our books.
Yeah?
I mean, in the beginning, I'll be honest with you, it was not good because of lack of communication. One thing you mentioned is having a set meeting and to talk about what needs to be done and what she's in charge of, what I'm in charge of. I think it makes things much easier.
Yeah, and I think if each of you focus on certain things, the houses will get done faster, they'll get done better, and you guys will get along much, much better.
Oh, yes.
All right, so we need to come up with the list price today, but before we get there, I kind of want to go over the numbers. When we met 10 months ago, you paid $400,000 for the house. You told me the rehab was going to be $95,000. So let's talk about where we actually ended up.
Oh, yes.
How much did you actually spend?
In total of $126,000.
So we went a little bit over budget.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Do we know where that money went?
Mainly for the surprise that we had in the corner of this building. It wasn't permitted.
You told me the carrying cost would be $12,000, which is $3,000 a month at 4 months. We've been working together for 10 months. So you ended up spending $30,000 in carrying costs.
Correct.
So almost triple.
Yes.
Yes.
Almost triple. Selling costs should be roughly the same, $22,000. So do we know our break even?
$578,000.
You know the numbers, that's good. You were hoping to sell the house for $630,000, and we've been in a crazy market, so I mean, what do you think about listing for?
We got our house next door into escrow.
How much?
We did list it for $675,000, and we went, got an offer of over $15,000 over asking. $690,000, and that one is smaller, has one less bathroom. And obviously it's not flipped like this one here.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine how much we're gonna get for this one. So we're thinking about listing it for $715,000.
So the market has gone up $85,000 in 10 months. Come on, you guys gotta smile a little bit on that one. Through all the hell and all the mistakes and all the frustration and lack of communication, in the end, this is the prize. So when do we get this thing listed?
As soon as possible.
So knowing buyers are touring the house, what are you most excited about?
Just how beautiful the house came out, because it was an eyesore for the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, the house does look cute, huh?
It does.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we got a couple.
I like the front yard. It's so spacious.
Like the big front yard.
I don't know if you realize the freeway's right there.
Not a big fan of that.
Well, hopefully they'll fall in love with the design and forget about the freeway.
It's really nice. I love it.
Open concept, just like you want.
Yes, I do. I love it.
Oh, well, they love the open layout.
Honestly, it was scary to even think about what we were gonna do once the city told us that we had to tear it down. And now that they're walking through that open layout, it's kind of a gratifying moment.
I like the way they did the backsplash. I like the colors.
The countertops are nice. I like it.
Is that for a microwave?
Where's the microwave?
The microwave
Didn't get installed?
didn't get installed on time.
We gotta finish the house next time before the open house. Right. We have to.
What do you think about the washer dryer?
I don't like the way it's positioned there.
No, I kind of like it.
No, because if I'm in the middle of cooking and I have to pass by to get my clothes, what if oils or things like that jump on the clothes? I don't like it there.
So what's happening is they notice that there's no microwave, right? And once buyers start noticing something, as you know, they start noticing more things, right? Because then their mindset kind of changes.
This is tough going through this.
I know.
It's not what I thought.
You love it and hate it at the same time.
Yeah. Those are the emotions I'm going through right now.
Yep.
It's like, $137,000 on the line. It's like seeing it in video, and it's just in the commentary. Like there's like a visual number that goes every time they say missing microwave. That number goes 137, 120, and they was great house. Look, it goes back up. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening in my mind right now.
Do you notice that?
The shaking.
I know that's not an earthquake. I think that's the freeway.
It's more excitement for the house, you know?
Oh, I like this.
Okay, this is a big bedroom here because we added that bathroom.
So sleek, I love it.
I like it. It seems kind of small though.
I mean, if they only knew that was a closet, huh?
Right?
It doesn't have a, even like a curtain to cover it.
Is there no shower door there?
No.
Is it stuck with a microwave?
It's, yeah.
We gotta finish before the open house.
Big lesson there.
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, this is nice. It's like the perfect size.
I like her, I like her.
Second bathroom. Well, it feels a lot bigger than the first one.
This is nice. What do you think?
I like it. I've never seen this.
I do like that tile.
Good job.
Thank you.
It looks like they didn't change out this tub. It looks old.
No, it's new.
It's the color.
It's the color.
It's off-white.
Next time you come and you see the wrong tub, make sure the contractor fixes it right away before doing the shower walls, because once it's tiled, it makes it a lot more difficult.
Okay.
Check it out. I like this. Look.
This closet is much bigger.
It is
than
bigger.
in the second room we saw.
There used to be a toilet in there, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there was a toilet there.
Oh, the carport.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of a carport. I want a garage.
But at the end of the day, you know, if you did a full-on garage here, it would have been a lot more expensive, and I don't think you would have got the return.
Is that an avocado tree?
I think it is.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I mean, the backyard is spacious, but it's kind of loud.
Well, that's one thing we can't fix. We can't fix location.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were to rethink it again, do you think we still should have bought the home?
If you can make money, you buy the house.
Okay.
So there's always a buyer for something.
The layout, the space here, I love it because it feels like home, like everybody's together, and the kitchen space is big.
I love the layout. I love the colors. I love the lot. Big thing, obviously, is an eyesore was the freeway.
The carport and the freeway for me.
So I think it's just little things that we have to consider and make up our mind whether we pass on it or we make an offer.
You can tell she loves the house, she loves the design. You know, they might surprise us because, you know, I feel like design always wins.
Overall, it's a beautiful home. Like it feels like home. So you would be open to
maybe like 7.
Yeah, I feel like if we can negotiate, I'm willing to do it. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear an offer. All right. So how are you guys feeling right now?
I feel relieved knowing that we might get an offer coming in.
We learned a lot from the process. You know, for me, it's again learning how to communicate more and putting the right details in place.
Get the permits in the beginning.
Yes, you don't want to upset the city.
Right, yeah.
We got to move lightning fast, but you know, we got to spend 10 months together. It looks like we're getting an offer, and at this point, I'm just dying to know what it's going to sell for.
We're very grateful.
I've had a great time.
Oh, thank you so much.
No hugs for you, Edwin. You get knuckles. All right, let's sell this thing. Getting to the finish line on this one wasn't easy, but Claudia and Edwin learned a lot of valuable lessons along the way. The hot market saved them, and they're in escrow at a sales price of $751,000. That's a huge profit of $173,000. I look forward to seeing what these two do next as successful graduates of Flipping 101.